hang on. The Pope and France are friendly as well. If the Pope declared war, then France wouldn't get involved either, but it's such a risk. It's such an incredible risk. If I grabbed myself some extra units, I'd probably be able to survive any attacks from him. Well, if he pumped himself up, he wouldn't get access through Pope, though. And I don't have access, so he would be stuck there. He could only do things by boat. But he could still take this, blockade me, and just drum up loads of war score that way. But then the Pope might intervene. The Pope would attack. But then I'd lose my opportunity to fight. It's just going around in circles here. Somehow Genoa is in trouble. What if the Ottomans will be able to walk over here? I don't think Hungary would ever give them access, right? Hungary hates... No, Hungary's threatened by them, so they almost certainly would. In fact, they do. They give access to them, so he can walk through this. And this. So the Ottomans are probably going to appear here before too long, and then would be a good time to attack Venice. Venice or Naples? Venice is definitely the safer option, though. You shouldn't be scared of Naples. He is just a weak / discussing Italian. You'd be doing him a favour by killing him. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Oh, it's so painful. It would go wrong in so many ways, I'm sure of it. But if the Pope got involved and smashed him, then I'd still probably not be able to get over here. That's part of the trouble. His navy is that strong. Ho-hum. I think I'll hedge my bets on Venice. Because that war with Naples has definitely the possibility of going so far south. There'll be other opportunities to demolish him and break him up with France. Get some eyes on the situation here. I want to see what's happening. Maybe just with my cogs though, because the galleys cost a lot of sailors being out there. Just watch Naples fall under a PU. Oh, he's got a marriage with oh yeah, if he fell under a French PU, that would be the absolute worst. Are his troops all here? It's interesting. At least Bohemia grew. Yeah, they did. They took that bunch of land. And thankfully for me, avoided a coalition for their troubles. Which is good, because if they got coalitioned, I'm in deep trouble. It's killing me that I could ally France. It's the best thing to do, but we're not allowed to do it. He had 10,000 troops training. Maybe he's around here? There he is. There's the bugger. Okay, it's the last month that I could possibly declare war on him and break him up with France. Look at that navy. That navy would just floor me. Oh, but hey, I had another thought. What if I didn't invite Malta into the war? Then they wouldn't be a problem for me. What I would do is put them on scutage. They wouldn't be called into my war. They wouldn't be a liability. And then the worst thing he could really do is just blockade me, which is still pretty bad. It wouldn't be the end of the world, and I doubt he'd be able to walk over to here, because the Papal State won't give him access. Push the button, Jake, you're better, Korea. That I am. Alright, might as well make it happen. I don't know how we're going to get this done, but I have no way to get to Syracuse. No way at all. I'm going to lose war score just based on that. That's where his only fort is as well, so how do I even get across? He's just going to sit here and blockade me to death. Well, everyone's saying do it. I'm going to save. Not because I'm going to save scum, ever, but it makes me feel a bit better about what I do. And everyone's yelling at me to do this anyway. Alright. So, it's not impossible that I might be able to stealth bomb my way into Syracuse or Palermo. Palermo's a better one, so boom. I must have missed this. He still has a fleet there. A fleet that I'm about to run into. I could go and try to sink them. Otherwise you're just going to die, and I don't want to lose ships here. Oops. No, that's a lost ship. Huh. Impressive. Okay, so Naples and France are now broken up. The Papal State hopefully declare war on Naples at some point. And become the Naples State. Could you do a SCB to get around ticking war score? I could, but that has its own costs, right? So Olwyn's is here in the woods, defending everything. We should be okay. It's a shame about not being a good enough force limit. So he's got 10,000. He has access through my subject, but that's about where it ends. Oh man, I bet Venice is a tasty target real soon. France love me, as they should. Castile I wouldn't mind loving me a bit more, so I'll try improving relations with them. And yeah, I can keep on harking at the Otto friends. Force limit can be improved through dev. Yes, it can. Not sure I want to do that when I have awesome ideas that I could be taking. I love my ideas. Also, development is getting super expensive for me right now. What mission are you holding complete? It's the high income one that allows me to build new buildings. I'm not building buildings, so it's not going to help me out. Poland has become a Renaissance man. Thankfully he's not blockading me. I'm grateful for that. But maybe that's just because he's paying for his boats now. Getting ready to come over and ruin my day. I'm going to lose war score. He's not trooping up. In 1 year the Pope might declare war on him, and I really hope he does. That'll make my life that bit easier. Well, I broke him up. I got that going for me. Venice is losing here. It's a golden opportunity to take this land because I'm in war. That complicates things. You might bad ideas die, but you can bad ideas try, says our friendly Quinn. That's true. Thanks for giving me the push to declare war, guys, even though it's a silly war. I mean, I already won, in a way. I broke him up with France. France's diplomatic reputation went down a bit. France allied Castile as well. That makes Castile an even better ally. Makes France an even better ally. Makes Austria an even worse ally, but I guess I have his protection anyway. As long as he remains the unquestionable emperor. And he's a bit questionable these days. Are you making more galleys, Jake? No, but I should. Kind of. Well, down goes the war score. But I'd be very surprised if the Pope didn't go for it soon. He's got a lot of pent-up rage, I'm sure. No one is even giving me money for fighting Naples here. Can't you help me out a bit, guys? Right, I wonder just how badly you're losing here. Venice. I can attack Venice with relative impunity right now, I think. As in impunity from the Neapolitans. But that's if the opportunity arises, and it's not arising. Remember, I'm pretty weak. That's not helped by Marvin being craven. Even though he's bold and strict, he's all about the military ideas. Wait on Gores until he lands in Istra. I have little to gain by defeating him in battle. Also, I don't want him to even sniff out the idea of putting his ships here, because if he blockades me, that's 25 war score right there. I'm happy enough losing 25 war score to not getting my war goal, but if he pushes it to 50, that becomes a real problem. Also, the war exhaustion is a bother. Sure want that tech, but all in due time. He's not arming up. I guess he's not very threatened by me, which is fine. This is actually kind of useful because I could get my war taxes going during this. See no reason not to. If I click on the right one. Used to be that just straight gave you taxes. Weren't those the days? I guess it wouldn't be impossible for me to stealth land on Palermo to quickly shift war score around. But what I really need is the Pope to be itching for war right now. Also remember that the lack of anything happening for a few years is going to force a white peace, and I don't want that either. Admin or dip? I mean, I've got too much dip these days, right? In a way, no. Goodbye, admin. I haven't been tapping my estates for anything because they're really not. They don't have a lot to really tap out for me. Could make them loyal, but then I can't even demand anything because I have no influence. Oh, I want that Dharma estate. Changes pretty now. Shouldn't war taxes increase war exhaustion as a general idea? They used to, but that just led to a lot of people really not doing it. Then again, they didn't cost admin back then. Okay, Muscovy's on a rampage. He's here to get down. I'm left wondering, couldn't I get more claims while I'm sitting around here, generally not fighting? And the answer is, of course I can. Okay, time's up, Pope. Time to attack Naples. You know it's the best thing to do right now. Go on. Go on, go on, go on. You are right though, he's diplomatic, but he's also 69 years old, so surely he will die soon, and then war will become a much better opportunity for the Pope. Well, this is interesting. Now the Ottomans are gunning down the mainland, not with a lot of units, but still with some. Let's get a quick glance at what war would mean here. It would mean no Genoese, still Sienese and Mantuese. Milan would jump on this. Florence would not. How about you? Only Switzerland and Lucca. Oh me oh my, this would be the greatest of wars. I could bring in Milan against you, and Florence. Would slice you up. Sadly, I've made my bed. I'm gonna have to sleep in it. Both are utterly useless right now to me, sadly. At least we can get an extra merchant. Gotta put those mill points to some use. we're getting some of this as well, which ain't bad. That extra merchant will help make me more income, not just by pushing stuff, but, well, we'll put him here and then you'll see. Surprising number of people don't know this, but nice. What am I trying to say? For every merchant that you have placed down, if I can find myself. There we go. And that's not what I was looking for. I'm sure I was looking for something. There we go. Every merchant you have transferring is going to boost you by 10%. Collecting at the source. Well, the whole point of this was Papal State. You were meant to go and gun down Naples. Instead, I'm just sitting here losing a war. You were looking at Ferrara, Jake. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would like to take Ferrara. That's a big part of it. Worst thing would be the Pope getting called into some other war, or just generally involved in some other war. Also, oops, let's keep that spy network going. There you go, while pointing at Ferrara's stats in the trade window. Ah, so that's what it was about. That's what I was trying to look at. Sadly, that massive embargo on me by Mantua and Venice is eating into what I do, but I still make some money here. I think we'll focus on the money here. Come on, Pope, it's time for war. You know it. Is there still the auto-white peace mechanic? Yes, there is. In the end, though, that would still mean that Naples is broken up with France. You might get it back, but he's still broken up. Jake, the Dev Clashes are so cool, you should play in one again. Whenever I play, people just go, let's kill Jake, and thus I die. So it's not great for me. I can't beat that navy. Nor can I reasonably get anything that would, but what if I had enough boats to make a hell of a drop? Because I could drop in on the Pope and then go and smash his army if I bulked myself up a bit. Then again, that minus 15, well, minus 20% to my morale kind of hurts. Pope, it's time to go, Clemens. You're 70 years old. So ally Kaiser next dev. Well, that's pretty unsporting, right? Not sure I can get behind that. Well, I've got pretty good relations with Castile now. Might as well say I'm friendly with them. They might return the favour someday. They'd be a great ally to have, because it means I can use Aragon as a wrecking ball. And really, if I wasn't at war, I'd be able to get them as an ally. Ah, goodbye Republican tradition and or stability. Yeah, man, I could get Castile as an ally. That's a big deal. Because that pulls in Aragon, keeps France off my back, and it's like a proxy alliance with the Pope. This war sucks. Why am I in this war? Come on, old Pope, man. It's time to go to town on your friend, Naples. Let's get another eye on Venice here. Still just Genoa that wouldn't want to get involved, but soon Mantua. Honestly though, if much more damage happens, I could, would and should jump on this. The downside is Naples would be able to snipe my capital. There's just no real good way to look at it. Are you sure you can't beat the Neapolitan army? Oh yeah, I could beat them. I definitely could beat them. I would get 2 more horses, probably 2 more infantry as well. I would march over here and just slaughter them, and then I'd occupy their land. You might think, why not do that? And I'm going, because that's a great expense when the Pope could do it for me. And I just really want the Pope to do it. Why am I spying on the wrong person here? And this whole lower latency streaming is working out pretty good, isn't it? lose wars, especially not a war I started. Really nice thing that the Ottomans could do is they could bash out Aquileia as a nation from Venice, but I sincerely doubt he's going to do that. It is, Jake. 1.5 second stream delay. What's it normally? There's a big problem that I can't move all my people across at one go, and if he caught me with his vastly superior navy, I'd be sunk, split in half, murdered here, and then he could take my capital. So it's not something I can do willy-nilly. I managed to survive 44 years, which is pretty damn good for this awful nation. This just looks so good for attacking you. Manchu is threatened and exhausted, but if they were under siege, that would be even better. And you've got rebels raining down on you as well. Now, sadly, peace with you probably wouldn't come easily. I'd have to give him money, break up with Savoy, lose ownership of Sicily. Basically, none of those things are going to be happening. So I'm going to have to wait them out in a big way. That's why I want Pope Boy to attack. Come on, Clemens, you're 71. That's practically immortal back here. Not that I could reasonably take them on. Again, the high seas does me out again. It's okay though, even if this results in a white peace, Naples and France are broken up. He could re-get together with Hungary though, which would be a problem. The Venetian navy might be weaker, but I'm counting no fewer than 20 boats. I have 11, and they're not very strong. I mean, I could have a little battle with you just to keep this war going. I don't want it to not happen altogether just because of this. Should I send a sacrificial boat? It's dangerous. It can be, but then again, a white peace with you means I don't lose. Which is good in itself. And he still is broken up with France. Wonder if you'd get it back though. I'm watching on YouTube, 1 week delay. I mean, that's what you get for being on YouTube. Okay, here's something else we can get. And that is another idea. Could somebody make up another straw poll for the idea? I don't want to tear myself away to make it. Should I take this? I mean, I have little else to do with my admin other than things that I don't want to do. So there we go, let's get that juicy tech. So it's all the ideas except for aristocratic and plutocratic. Okay, well actually none of the military ideas are alright. So all the diplo and admin ideas, and it's up to you guys to choose which one. I should also consider what that claim I want on Venice to be. I would like their capital, and my current one is about to run out in about a year, but I'll go with Treviso because it's a lot more likely for me to get to it. People just goading me into attacking here. You're just nasty, you know that? Trying to be prudent. While the Pope is trying to do nothing here. How is that Venetian army looking? Okay, still far too scary for me to take on. Ferrara. Okay, so what do I do here? I could pump up my units, go down. They're all nicely drilled as well, which is good. And then I could really pound into Naples. And I occupy this, chase them over to here. Then I have all this under occupation. Then what do? Do I take land? Because I can't make him give this up. Or do I just sit on him for a while and laugh? Because even if I asked him to do that, it would be, nope, you don't have any forts around here. How dare you? How far can I even get? Venice are not about to give me access. Neither are Swaziland. But I could get through Milan. And I could get through Lucca. So I could go and then destroy Naples here. Is it worth my time though? Are you playing with unrestricted groups, Jake? No, my groups are restricted, so I can only take admin and dip ones right now. Oh, I really thought you'd pull the trigger there, Pope man. I mean, you want that land. You have the claims on that land. I guess he's just too diplomatic. It is also a possibility just to get my troops over. Alright, well, not much is going to happen if I don't have the troops to defeat him with. So I should probably... I really don't want to bump myself way up above force limit, but I guess getting a couple more infantry couldn't hurt. Wouldn't break the bank either. Alright, looks like a poll is up. Oh, Max. You are a rotter. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I think I like... What weird straw poll thing did Spam do? Why does it look different? I don't know who's to listen to, but Max's was clearly goading the audience into something, which makes it a bad poll. Bah humbug. Right, I'm gonna go by Spam's one because it's not Max's clearly goading one. Okay, I don't like this situation at all. There's too much not fighting. Venice haven't peaced out with the Ottomans yet, but I'm sure they're getting there. Okay, well, how about Max makes a decent poll that doesn't have the result already decided. Speaking of already decided results, am I going to keep Marvin going even longer? He's practically dying right now, but I think we'll keep him on. He gives us mill, which is rather nice, but we have almost no Republican tradition left. Negroponte and Corfu. Schio. No more claims. Okay, but it doesn't look like he broke anybody up. So Venice got weakened without really losing out on their laundry list of allies. Which actually makes things a bit worse for me. Are you trying to collapse into a monarchy? No. I can't remember how it works though, there is that. Okay, well I got my armies. Dare I march over there? He does have more cavalry, but I should be able to... Well, I will flank him, that's the thing. Not to mention I have 4 shock Alwins on my side. And I'll be able to get over in 2 shots. You have access through not that many countries. Alright, I'll try what we can try here.